I started riding horses when I was 8 years old, and when I was 12, I was lucky enough to have my own horse. But at age 18, with college on the horizon, my horse was sold. This is Freedom. Freedom was not the type of horse that an overconfident 12-year-old ever should have had. He was spirited, to say the least. For years, my weekly riding lessons were a train wreck. He was a training project better suited for someone older, but I was a kid who was too stubborn to give up. And so we grew up together. For 6 years, I spent as much time as I could at the barn. As I neared the end of high school, it became apparent that selling Freedom before I went to college was inevitable. Because for me, constraints of time and money made it impractical to continue riding in college. So I stopped.
Hi, I'm Deidre. I've been riding horses my entire life. My mom's a horse trainer, so I grew up on the farm with the horses.
My name's Haley. I've been riding since I was 8, and I'm a junior this year in college, so I haven't ridden for about 3 years.
My name's Ariel. I've been riding since 4th grade. I am also a junior in college, and it's been 2.5, 3 years, I guess. Also, since I stopped riding.
So you're a full-time student and you make time to ride?
I do. I actually compete on the NIU equestrian team. I decided to go to NIU so I could be close enough to come back and ride. And I probably come home 2 to 3 or even 5 or 6 times during the week to ride my horses, especially if I have a horse show coming up. I view horses as my job. I teach riding lessons. I also break and train young horses to sell. Growing up, all of my best friends were horseback riders. We would just hang out at the barn all day, and we'd go on trail rides, we would get ready for shows.
It's pretty much our whole life. Those crazy horse girls. We came out to the barn like every day. On the weekends, we would pack or bring like a lunch with and ride and like groom our horses all day, eat lunch, and then stay here until nighttime.
So like when you were in high school, approximately how many hours a week would you spend riding, would you say?
Spend riding? Probably 1 to 4 or 5 hours after school, every single day riding.
If you ride horses, it's pretty much all you do. If you have another commitment, you have to kind of choose. I chose horses over soccer.
What's the longest you'd say you've ever gone without riding?
Well, in kindergarten I broke my arm and I couldn't ride for about 6 weeks. Since then, probably in recent memory, we went on a family vacation and I couldn't ride for 10 days, and it was really hard. I was kind of hating that.
Haley, you actually had a horse, right? Mm-hmm. So how long did you own your horse for?
I owned him since I got him on my 13th birthday. It was like the best present I ever could have gotten.
Okay.
And so yeah, I had him since I was 13, and he was like, I bought him like right when I was like at that time where you like figure out like who like you are and everything, and he just like really helped me like learn responsibility and figure out who I was as a person.
And when did you sell him?
I sold him the end of my senior year of high school. I knew that once I was going to college it would be too expensive to keep him, so I'd sell him.
So hypothetically, let's say that tomorrow horses were just gone. You had no horses, you couldn't ride. What would you do?
I don't know what I would do with myself all day. I don't know what I would do on the weekends. I would have to be like a normal college student. I'd probably get better grades in my classes because I would focus on my school a little bit more.
So for both of you, do you miss it now that you've been away from it?
Yes. When I think about it, when I drive past the farm, it's sad.
Especially when it's like nice weather, when it gets nice out, then you really like are itching to ride because that's like all you did all summer. Looking back through these old pictures never fails to bring back a rush of nostalgia for the days when riding was my whole life. Quitting riding wasn't like the time I quit soccer in 2nd grade, or band in middle school. Riding is a type of passion that demands commitment, and that is not something that you can just forget.